You're listening to the Radcast, a top 25 worldwide business podcast. If it's radical, we cover it. Here's your host, Ryan Alford.
What's up? Welcome to the latest edition of the Radcast. It's Friday, November 10th, 2023, our weekly business and marketing news, and whatever the hell else we want to talk about. Joined by my co-host, my friend, my Kimasabe, Chris Hansen. What's up, brother?
What's up, man? How are you today?
Oh, if I was any better, it'd be illegal.
I love that. I love that.
You know, I feel like I'm high on life. Just like my friends in Ohio.
It's Friday. Oh yeah, let's talk about that.
Hey, I'd play to start somewhere else, but since I was high on life, I'm like, Ohio voted this week not to legalize medical marijuana. That's already legal there. Recreational marijuana will go on sale December 9th in Ohio. Dude, it's coming like a wave.
It's coming. It's coming quick.
You know, I saw this and it hit my radar and I'm like, okay, we're a business and marketing show. We do a little small talk here, but the business of marijuana is about to explode. And here's what caught my attention. You know, I feel like there's these tipping points with certain things in industries and with like things changing persona. When you think about Ohio, at least me, grew up in South Carolina, good old Midwestern state, right? Ohio, you think conservative. We're having our beers on the weekend and we're saving up for life, you know? That's might be stereotyping, but I think that's just generally, I think they embrace that too. Hardworking culture, middle America. But damn, we're going to get high now. So here's the thing. If Ohio is legalizing recreational marijuana, I feel like it's like this tipping point of the wave. If we were kind of like riding, going, okay, it's coming. I think we're about right here when Ohio legalizes it, you know?
Yeah, 100%. Well, and it's saying that 2024, Florida, Nebraska, South Dakota will have the recreational vote on the ballot as well. So,
then we'll be at half the states because we're at like 23, 24 states now recreationally. So we'll be at 20, half the union.
The train has left the station.
It has. And so, okay, I'm not here advocating really for or against it. It's hey, we're governed by the people, for the people, by the people,
right?
Whatever the people say. Now, my personal opinion is regulate the shit out of it, make some money on it. You know?
Yeah. Tax it.
Yeah.
People are gonna do it anyways. You might as well, you know.
Yeah. Don't let my kids have access to it. You know, treat it like alcohol. It seems to kill a whole lot fewer people. So let's stop overcrowding our jails with people that are selling or smoking marijuana.
Right.
You know, they might be smoking it, but they won't be selling it anymore. You know, who sells beer out of their house?
Well, and who's more likely, like because the opposition a lot of these times is, it's going to be, you know, we're worried about kids. It's like, well, I think the dispensary that you have to show a 21 ID and up is going to be a lot more discretionary on selling to kids than, you know, the guy in the parking lot, you know?
I've never heard of a kid that's walked into a dispensary and gotten weed. But I hear of a lot of them that get it from the after school special guy, you know, so.
And who's regulating that market, right? You know?
Yeah. Laced with fentanyl or whatever the hell's in it, you know?
Right. Exactly.
So I don't know. I just think it's fascinating. And it's, I think, the sign of the wave about to smash, you know. I think we got a lot of 65-year-old men in Washington, D.C. living like, you know, and guiding a lot of things that don't match up with reality of today. you know?
Yes,
So
100%.
we'll see where it goes. And I don't even personally smoke. So I did in college, but it's not about like, but it's, you know, just some things just seem
like
to make
everything
sense.
you said, you know, like you said, depending what state you're in, we have guys still in jail for marijuana offenses. And then other states, I can walk in and buy a chocolate bar with lavender in it. It's like, let's just do it financially makes sense at the very least.
Yeah. I think they should let if someone is in jail and that's all they've, like literally all they've done, no violent, like sometimes there's like these add-on things. Like if someone's a violent criminal and a weed seller, keep them locked up.
Right.
But, and this is what people say.
Yeah.
Well, you know, he knew it was a crime at the time. So he broke the law and he's in jail. If we don't have laws, we have anarchy. Well, you know what?
Right.
It doesn't mean the law was right. You know,
Exactly.
And we're starting to kind of overcome that. So anyway, we'll see where it goes. Speaking of getting hammered, hammered home. So I thought this was interesting. Well, hey, we like to warm you up a little bit. Hey, we got to butter you up before we give you all the business and marketing hoo-ha. You know, we got to like butter you up with some interesting, maybe interesting or uninteresting or, you know, however you want to go. But it's the holidays. There's usually a lot of boozing around the holidays. Like it, love it, or hate it. Not saying we support it, but these are facts. We support the facts, Chris. So there's an article out. It's about the countries and the percent within the country that have had 6 or more drinks in one sitting over the last month. If they've had 6 or more drinks in one sitting, and that's the percent. And I thought the U.S. was going to be higher on this list. I won't lie, but they weren't. It actually surprised me because I think of this, who was number one, as a fairly like kind of healthy country. I think of them in the like the Winter Games and like, I don't know, like everything. So number one, Denmark with 37% of people in the country that can legally drink had 6 or more. That's pretty high,
dude. That's a lot. I mean, you're leaning towards half. Exactly. You're closer to half than you're not.
Exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking. I was like, damn.
Let's acknowledge the beer over there is typically like 8 to 10% per serving as well.
This ain't Bud Light Next.
No, this ain't Natty Light, boys.
No, it's just like 3X. This is like, what do they call those things? Gravity bongs, gravity beers.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So Romania, you know, I kind of understand Romania. I mean, I think I'd be a little depressed drinking if I was there too.
Yeah.
36%. Yeah. And no, look, if you listen, we love you if you're in Romania. Listen to the Radcast. Don't mean it personally. It's just, I just don't know much going on there other than, you know, what? They're really good at gymnastics.
Crypto scammers.
Yeah. So 36%. This made sense. The UK, 35%. 35%
Not shocking at all.
The UK. So just for we all know. So I'm in our podcast studio. Got Sawyer on the ones and twos. I got Cameron here to my left. There's 3 of us in here. If you're at 35 to 37%, it means that one of us, definitively, one of 3 in the whole country is having 6 or more drinks every month in one sitting.
I want to know how big this study was, because I feel like in my circle of friends, I feel like they're having 6 drinks or more 3 nights a week.
Yeah. Well, it's all circles.
That's why I'm like, I don't know if I trust the U.S. stats.
And let's be clear, there's no judging. I would just based on beer drinking alone, I definitely fall on this. So no judging here. It's just surprise of the volume.
Yeah.
Luxembourg.
We're more just like, why is it America number 1? We like to be the winners.
Yeah. America's all the way down to number 10 at only 23%. I mean, I'm good for America. I'm proud of us. 23%. Iceland's at number 9, 24%. Ireland, 25%. Would have thought Ireland would be a little higher. Australia, 26%. Belgium, 28%. That makes sense. Belgian beer. That's all you think about, right? Germany, 30%. And Luxembourg. We got a lot of the Western cultures. You don't see
a lot of the European Union on
no
there.
Japan, no China.
Nothing in Africa. Obviously, no Middle Eastern countries because they don't drink alcohol for the most part.
Yes, exactly.
I thought Japan. You know, I've heard they can get down.
Yeah, they don't even not the top 10. So there you
they
have
need
it.
to get their numbers up.
Thought that was an interesting for everyone out there. Hammer and Holmes, the name of the article. We'll have a link to it in the show notes. Moving on, some of our marketing and business news. TikTok is phasing out its $2 billion creator fund and launches the new creativity program. They launched it. The creator fund was launched in 2022 to help its users derive income from their content. While the fund started with $200 million and it had rapidly grown over the last 3 years, upwards of $2 billion from which creators were paid. Platforms has announced they'll be shutting down the creator fund in lieu of a new scheme. Interesting choice of words.
Interesting word choice, right?
Yeah. New scheme called the Creativity Program, designed to help creators foster their creativity, generate higher revenue potential, and unlock more exciting real-world opportunities. It sounds like a way to lower how much they pay people. What do you think?
That's exactly what it sounds like. Let's cut the fees and change the name.
Yeah, change the name, cut the
it.
amount, and let's give them some digital NFTs.
My first thought was like, we'll give them some free courses on creating better content. Like,
yeah,
there's your
we're
spiff.
gonna give some more. We're gonna give them more digital art and more, emoji.
You guys get extra access to special emojis.
Yes. Real world opportunities. All right. Let's just see how that comes together. I commend them for doing it. Like, don't get me wrong, just like I commended them for paying with the creator fund. I'm cynical and a marketer. And so when you change your name and you don't have numbers attached to it, but you say what it used to be, we'll just see about that.
Right.
Instagram's actually coming back out with, because I got a notification because I'm on the bonus reel plan, brother. I was getting a few $100. I was getting like $500 a month from that thing. They shut it down like 6 months ago. They said I noticed they're going to put it back in place here in November, December. So I'll be cashing,
getting the big money again, boy.
Get it into PayPal. A matter of time or
Get
percentage.
those 5 Benjis.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I boost. That's how much I boost like one post for.
I was going to say it'll cover your kid's prime habit for about a week. Cover those sports drinks for the boys.
Yeah, exactly. Man, that stuff adds up. I'm telling you. Especially when you got 4, like I do. Bro. 4 boys, we go to the gas station. That's a $27 trip every time. It's like Primes.
All for some hydration.
Yeah, candy and like, a protein bar or something. And it's like, what? $27? Did we get gas? We didn't even get gas. I am the Alford household is like a consumer, like a marketer's dream. Like head of the household, how much spending we do at convenience stores combined with grocery stores. So if you want to be marketing someone, you need to be marketing to my kids and my wife. It's 6 deep every time.
Alford family.
The household check. Like you go to the restaurant, we can't get out of McDonald's for less than $80.
Jesus.
Anyway, first world problems.
Better get on that creator fund. Get on that TikTok creativity program, bro.
I got to get over on TikTok, start feeding these babies. Instagram is finally testing a feature to let you turn off read receipts for the DMs. That way people don't know if you've read it. Instagram is testing a new feature that allows users to turn off read receipts for direct messages. This means that even if you've read a message, the sender won't see the scene label below it. They won't know. They won't know that you've read it, so you can't say, "Oh, I didn't see that."
I know that's essentially what it is.
I mean, I used to get people. I don't really anymore. I think people know, like, get enough 400 DMs a week, but it's like, I would get people go, I saw where you read my thing. and he didn't respond.
Yeah. They give you an attitude if you didn't reply. I've had that too.
It's been a while. It's gonna be while. I'm like, yeah, just because I read it doesn't mean it was worthy of a response.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, it's kind of hard to believe you can't turn that off. It's kind of annoying on, I guess you do that on text messages too. I'll get those and I'll be like, I'll get people that send me a text and like, I'll respond to them. And I'm like, I'll see that they still have that on. I'm like,
I don't like it. I have mine off. I've never been a fan of it. Like,
yeah.
So I welcome this addition, honestly.
Yeah.
But I feel like it's one of those things. Couldn't they have like this is one of those things, they've already had ready to go that they've been sitting on for probably like 2 years. And they're like, let's just hold on to that and make a news article and get us in the press again.
Yep. We wouldn't be complete in our news edition without a mention of Elon Musk. So here we go. Elon Musk.
What have we got from Elon this week?
The AI chatbot Grok, Grok, not to be confused with Gronk. Yeah, for you New England Patriot fans. Grok will only be available to X Premium Plus subscribers. Elon Musk's startup XAI has unveiled its own chatbot called Grok. Currently in beta testing with a select group of users, Grok will be exclusive to X Premium Plus subscribers once it exits beta, offering real-time access to information via the X platform. Grok is touted to incorporate humor in its response, reflecting Musk's style. More details about Grok's public launch will be expected soon, alongside reports of X selling recycled handles for $50,000 US.
Wow.
It's a good moneymaker.
Yeah.
Hey, when your company loses half its valuation, you got to make that money up somewhere, But
it's a hefty price tag.
It's some of these articles come out. It's like I always want to give like the marketing spin to it. It's like until it comes out and I know exactly what the hell it's going to do, it's sort of hard to know. Like it could be the greatest thing ever. If it's like funny, entertaining, and provides value, okay. I understand why you'd have to pay for it and be a premium subscriber. But if it's some shitty chatbot like most of them are, then I'm like, well, you make people pay for some that sucks. But we'll see what happens. It's more the fact that everywhere you turn, it's AI chat this, ChatGPT bot that. Yeah. Everything's getting automated. And if you want to learn from me directly, join my newsletter, ryanalford.com/newsletter. Sign up. I give daily advice on marketing, personal branding, podcasting, life. Give that a shout. Join that. It's free. It's daily. Just like this show, give away our best advice. Speaking of which, ChatGPT continues to be one of the fastest growing services ever. In less than a year, ChatGPT hit 100 million weekly users, and over 2 million developers are currently building on the company's API, including the majority of Fortune 500 companies. Damn, why didn't we think of this?
Something.
Why didn't we have generative AI as part of our business development plan?
It seems so simple now,
Yeah. Now that someone's done it and sold $1 billion worth of it, it's like, damn. Should have made that robot that knew how to predict things.
That robot that can reply. Yeah.
Yeah. Knows how to essentially chew up everything that's on the internet, everything that's ever been done, and sort of regurgitate it. And sometimes really well, and a lot of times in a way that's starting to sound all the same.
Yes, 100%.
I think 100%. I think they should come out with a test. I want to take this test. Give me 20 things that are written by ChatGPT and 20 things written by a human being, like a good writer. And I get to name the writer because I know good writers. And I will bet you $1,000 hard cash that I can pick out 75% or more of it.
I agree. I think at this point I could too.
So
it has a style, I feel like, that just is inauthentic
Here's what I think. If you're listening, here's your value for the day. Don't use ChatGPT to write. Here's what it's really good at. It's really good at ideation, starting, and research. So so if you're trying to think of a marketing campaign, a business idea, and you have the start of your concept or the business, the premise, you can feed some of those thoughts and ideas into ChatGPT for sharing other positioning, competitive pressures. You can ask it questions related to that gives you summarized information. That's a great use of ChatGPT. That's how I use it now, is like, if I'm thinking about something and I think it's clever, like most of the things that I think about, I think it's clever, and ChatGPT reminds me if it's not. Unfortunately, that's about 20% of it's not is clever, and about 80% it's not. But I think it is. And then, but I'll use it for research and for expanding on an idea. It might give me a few more. If I was writing a book, this is where, again, not to write the book for me, but sometimes it's hard to turn like an idea into multiple thoughts and a organization structure, like 10 parts.
It helps me like brainstorm. I feel like, it's like kind of like someone else to bounce stuff off of to a degree.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of like having another person there.
Yeah. Me and my robot friend.
Well, that's going to be the iteration though. Someone, and they've already said you're gonna have Storm 2. Storm 2 is gonna be a little doggy robot that's like your ChatGPT friend.
Literally, like my personal assistant / pet / whatever.
It'll take Storm 1 for a walk that he doesn't really want to do.
I would like to see that. I could clone him.
Yeah.
I know that's a thing.
For those listening, Chris has a chocolate lab, correct? Storm's chocolate, right?
Yes.
Yeah, chocolate.
Yeah.
Chocolate lab that loves to eat. You'd usually hear him eating right about now, grinding around in his dog bowl. But, he's mad at Chris.
Having his brunch. I don't know where he's probably sleeping in the other room right now. He's had his breakfast. Now he's back for his siesta.
Yes. Oh, finally today, as TV ad market stumbles, Warner Brothers Discovery restructures sales organization. I wanted to talk about this. Team had this on the list, but I want to talk about this because we're playing into the diversification of streaming and things like that. But Warner Brothers Discovery, it rolls off the tongue, is restructuring its advertising sales division in response to a challenging year for ad sales. The new structure will follow an agency holding company model and include agency-specific teams. The company will also have executives overseeing strategic areas such as sports, digital ads, and client partnerships. This move follows similar reorganizations by other media companies like Paramount and NBC Universal. So here's what's happening. Number one, fewer people are watching linear TV, and the ad buys have gone down this year because it's getting diversified into social media, video, programmatic, which is a fancy term for video display ads or display ads that follow you around the internet. It's so interesting how our industry likes to complicate things that don't have to be complicated. That is programmatic advertising. It's like,
a banner ad.
Yeah. Banner ad that all the programmatic means is it was bought at an auction. This is the eBay of ad buying. Bought at auction so that you get the lowest price possible. So you're bidding programmatically, which is like via a computer that's smarter and faster than us. Anyway, there you go. Your ad lesson. But nonetheless, you have it's splintered. Used to be, okay, I got to buy a TV ad, an outdoor board, my print, my magazine, my mailer, I'm done. Now, should I use TV? Should I not use TV? Should I use connected TV? Should I use a video ad network? Should I do Facebook video? Should I do TikTok video? Should I use LinkedIn? Should I use Twitter? Should I use programmatic? Should I use display? It's gotten complex. And fewer people are just buying straight line TV. They want a deal and they want to diversify. And that's why these big networks are diversifying and they're scrambling, because it's just not. We just sell a bunch of TV ads to a bunch of really big brands. So, but you know what I say, Chris? Hopefully it opens up TV for us, guys like us we'll sneak in there and still get our 400,000 impressions cheaper, hopefully one day.
I'm right there with you, bro. Keep getting the power back to the people.
Yes, the people and the brands. Speaking of brands, Chris, I noticed, I did want to say this early on, but it was like between the blue sky in the background and the Vaycay lounge, I noticed a little bit of a glow in you today. I wasn't really sure what it was. And then I remembered, I think you used a certain magical code called Rad Ryan.
I did. In fact, I had to give the Caldera Labs a try after hearing you talk about it so much and sending me selfies every evening as you apply it. I could just see the tightening in your skin, and I just was like, I need to get me some of that.
You're starting early now. Like I got several years on you, and you're starting so early. This is going to pay off for you. By the time you're my age, you're going to look 25.
It's going to save me that 50, 60 Botox expense, hopefully.
I don't know. I'm just saying these circles, the darkness under the eyes has never been better, never been less, because of Icon, one of my favorite products. Icon. You literally put that on. You put the skin cream on, and you put the Icon on, and then you put the Good on. My favorite, Chris and I were talking about that. Gives you that glow. That's for at night when you go to sleep. Gets because it's like soaks into your skin. But here's the little insider tip. Maybe it's like a little cold day, and you're like, skin's looking a little dry. Okay, well, you get that Good. You don't want a lot of that because you don't look greasy, but you get like one drop of that stuff. You put that on, and suddenly, boom! It's like, bam! You're glowing. That's what you get.
It works.
It's
legit.
Work. It is legit.
I think I've been using 4 days now, the Good, and I did have a moment the other day in the bathroom where I'm like, something's
different.
Something's different. Yeah.
Go to CalderaLab.com. It's easy. It's the holidays. Look, don't be selfish. Don't buy for you. Buy for your loved one. If you're a woman, your man needs something, this is premium luxury skincare delivered to your home. Gift time is coming. Get it now. Get ahead of the buying rush. You don't want to be waiting in line when you can't. You're going, how many days do I have left? You don't want to be that guy. You get 20% off right now. This is Black Friday type deals. 20% off with Rad Ryan. CalderaLab.com, the official skincare of Ryan Alford, the Radcast, and all my friends, including Chris Hansen. You looking pretty, boy. You looking pretty.
I'm trying to keep up.
Look, guys, if you didn't listen to this week's guest episode, Jasmine Star will blow your fucking face off. You need to go listen to that episode. She was a rock star. Intense. Maybe the most intense guest I've ever had. And I'm telling you, I was like ready to run through the brick wall. Like I almost ran right through this glass Radcast. I almost blew up my studio. I'm like, whoa. Whew. I felt like it was like Ric Flair, in a woman. Like, woo. If she would have, I feel like she could have done a woo, and I would have not been surprised. She was awesome. Listen to her. Business advice, social media. She's got an amazing platform for social. So hit the back button. Go listen to Jasmine Star. And next week, my guilty pleasure, my Clemson Tigers, and the voice. I'll call him the voice of the ACC. I'm putting that moniker on him. Mac Lain, former offensive lineman from Clemson. He was a rock star, and now he's a rock star for the ACC network. If you watch college football at all, you watch the ACC, you'll see Big Mac Lain. Really good guy. He's got a podcast out now, doing lots of great things. Just a genuine good guy who's getting after it. Proud of him. Happy to have him on. That's next week. My Clemson Tiger. Any final words, my friend?
Enjoy your Friday, and mind everyone to check out takeavacay.com for your holiday essentials.
Exactly. Takeavacay.com. That's Chris and I's premium plant-based brand. It is the holiday time. You want to engineer your mood, go there and look. I'm going to give you a little secret. Podcast. You'll get 20% off. I'm just going to throw that out there, Chris. Use the code podcast. Get 20% off at takeavacay.com. You'll get premium plant-based goods right to your door, and all third-party lab tested, the best you can buy from Chris and I. Appreciate you, brother. From the Vaycay Lounge, Chris Hansen. I'm Ryan Alford from here in G Vegas. We appreciate you wherever, however you are, for making us number one. We'll see you next time on the Radcast.
To listen or watch full episodes, visit us on the web at theradcast.com or follow us on social media at our Instagram account, the.rad.cast, or at Ryan Alford. Stay radical.